Danganronpa. Danganronpa.
I've been streaming for 3 minutes and 43 seconds, and you know what that means. It's time to double check that my mic isn't too quiet, because I turned it down by 3 decibels. I don't know. Can you tell? What do you think? Watching on my TV, so typing is a pain. Ah, the perfect first person to show up and give me feedback on my microphone by typing with your fingers on a remote control? I don't even know what you're doing over there. If I sound a little different, it's because I just woke up, mostly. Sounds fine? Yeah, it probably sounded fine before. I noticed when I got a little, it would be like, whoa, whoa, like, whoa, and it would just barely get into the red a little bit when I got excited, which is not often, but I'm not a very excitable sort of person. But every now and then it does happen. And so I figured I'd tweak it. I can also speak into my going out to chill, but that's a pain in the ass. And it doesn't understand. Oh, you got some kind of talking thing. Ah, there it is. Yeah, that's the game. I don't have a weird whiteboard I need to get rid of on this scene anyway. I'm gonna do a recap of what happened last time, which will not be easy because it was an entire chapter, beginning to end. But it was a classic locked room murder mystery, I guess. Alter Ego, the laptop, had some encrypted files on it that would teach us secrets about the school, and they were finally cracked. And they told us what exactly? That the school a year ago closed down, basically, and they had a plan to have the students be totally closed off from the world and live a nice life together. And we have reason to believe the headmaster of the school is still here inside the school. I'm operating... Well, I don't know. It did say a year ago. I was thinking maybe a year had passed since we walked through the doors, you know? And since that time, maybe something really bad happened. I don't know. The tragedy happened. We learned a little bit more about the tragedy as something that was kind of like invented at the school, I think. So maybe there's a supernatural element going on here, which would explain how Monokuma is able to do what it does. And I think that was kind of all we really got to see before Sakura is found slumped over in a chair in the rec room. And it turns out to be a locked room murder mystery. She is dead. The only thing that could have brought her down, it turns out, was poison. There were these shattered glass bottles. I don't know, it seems pretty obvious that wasn't what did it. But unraveling it was pretty tricky because Hiro hits her with a bottle and Toko was hiding in a locker and she hits her with a bottle and Hiro tries to frame Toko and then Aoi makes a switch with switches out a poison for a protein shake, or it makes it look like she did because she got a false suicide note from Monokuma that recontextualized Sakura's death as something bitter and filled with despair, and Aoi wanted all of us to die for what we had done to her. But actually, Sakura was acting with more inner strength, I guess. It's not a good thing what she did at all, but this music is too happy for describing what drives someone to suicide. We gotta get into the game. Yeah, this was the reveal at the very end, so we'll hold off on mentioning that. So yeah, Sakura was the spy. Her dojo was threatened, so she was supposed to kill someone to get the game started, but Sayaka kind of beat her to it. And so ever since, she's just kind of been watching, growing closer to everyone, realizing she doesn't have it in her to kill anyone. So she starts to resist and fight against Monokuma. And no one believes her. So she tries to get people on her side. They don't really. And so she decides the only way out of this is to and keep the dojo in her family is to do what Monokuma asks and to kill someone, and she sees no other possible target other than herself. So we lose one of the good characters. There's a... I mean, at this point, it's just like if Hiro or Toko died, I'd be like, oh no. But everyone else, I don't want to go. So it's going to start getting more and more sad, I think, as we go. But it's also going to get more exciting because Kyoko has somehow discovered the name of the 16th student. The game has gone ahead and popped him back up when it was like, we had 7 students and we went down to 6. But actually, are we back up to 7? Question mark. Mukuro Ikusaba. I don't know where she gets this name. She says to meet at the data center. And we go to the data center and we don't even get in. And then we go away. And then she whispers this name into our ears. I think she was trying to show me that Monokuma is trying to protect whatever is in the data center. But then where did she get this name? I don't know.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
I want to say this is who attacked me in the hidden room, but I mean, could have been anyone.
The one they call the ultimate despair.
The ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Okay. Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. Okay, that picture surely implies that our 16th student is here and going to die. 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie? Is that what that said? In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. So let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. That's not a thing. You didn't make small talk or anything. We just get straight to the point. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. How high is that horse of yours? Well? I've never heard that phrase. How high is that horse? Get off your high horse, but just... How high is that horse? That horse is so high. How's the weather up there? Where? On your high horse? He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's udder.
In the name of my family.
I will rid this world of them.
Huh?
Hey Toko, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring now. You just sit there like a mushroom. I'm gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom. Is that like a Kinoko joke? Is he calling her like Kinoko Fukawa or something?
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission? Oh my god. What? But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't care.
How about that?
You're okay with that, Toko? Jeez, how low is that rock you're hiding under? I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against.
Come on.
And yet I let myself get involved. Because he still likes people, and he likes talking to people, and he doesn't want to admit that he's just a kid. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level again.
Let's go.
We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and start moving your legs. Pressured by an obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. Hey Stums, Antifa and Fed and Anise. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in everyone. We're investigating something. I don't think it's a formal investigation necessarily. It's our post-trial investigation, which I don't think up to this point has actually been a thing. There's been post-trial fucking around. Has he been investigating this whole time? Have we been slacking? Is that what I'm learning? Where am I going? No one exists anywhere. Oh. Investigation of the new area! That's right. Yeah, new floor. Oh, and it's not here. Alright. I should probably warp to the 4th floor, but wait, maybe there's something along the way. I don't know. Oh yeah, we got 99 coins to spend. That's so many coins. Glad to have something to watch while recovering from 2 hours of climbing. That's so much climbing. I feel like that's almost a dangerous amount of climbing. How do you still have the necessary amount of strength to control what you're doing after the hour and a half? I missed it, didn't I? I don't remember this floor very well. No, I didn't. It's over here. Rattle, rattle. We were in the office, but not the headmaster's. Whoa! The 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. It's been opened up. And it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. For some reason, it feels unpleasant. Well, I was just thinking these plants are lovely, and it's almost like an outdoorsy, like a fancy hotel at nighttime or something. Nighttime secrets, no more. Stomp, stomp. He's so dirty. Every classroom is the same. Give me your coins. Oh, I can hit the button to cancel the pingamajig. This whole time. Oh, that's so good. You run out of skin on your hands. Aha, catch me if you can. Makoto. They had to put his name on there because no one could tell it was him. Wait up, I'm gonna punish you. And then, oh, this is Kyoko over here? Gross. Who would have thought the windows would be boarded up and there would be a big camera and a creepy message on the board and a clock? It's not gonna help anything. Does she want to talk to me? Toko, what's wrong? Is she trying to say something? I think she's almost just a little more and I might get it. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what it is you're trying to tell me. She just let her shoulders drop. She looks so sad. I guess she gave up. I wonder if it's actually going to be a plot point that she's not talking. And we're going to have to factor that in. Excuse me, sneeze. What? Hello. Hey, remember that when you tried to kill us all? How you doing? This floor feels different compared to all the others. I'm not sure what it is. Is there some reason for that? I hope it's not anything too creepy. Yeah, no acknowledgement whatsoever of the attempted murder? Gotcha. Okay. Oh my god, this classroom is not like the others. What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled, it was sour, pungent, impossibly rank.
I see.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying? It's the smell of death. They're flesh and fat and blood. It's not pink? Yeah, so the washed out color of this room just gives me the sense that whatever happened here happened like a year ago. Some tragedy business or something, you know? There's no surprise in his voice, no shock that he was right. I had experienced this smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. It's a nice little mix, a nice little cocktail of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have... Hello? You called me? Great. Stop trying to blame everything on me. If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened. No, it's quite the opposite. Let me give you an... Wait, hold on. Monokuma must have... What, it's my fault? If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened. There's like a... If you hadn't done what you did, this never... It's a double negative. This happened because of something Monokuma did, and he says no, it's the opposite. This happened because of something he didn't do. Let me give you an itty-bitty, eegee-squeegee little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it. What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from the NPCs in those mean old RPGs. But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day. So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? What's the meaning of all this? No, that plays into my theory. Yeah, pink blood dries red, just like red blood dries brown. Blood all over the place, I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the blood stains are dry, and their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood? Of course, I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? It seems like he's enjoying himself. No way can I keep up with someone like that. The camera looks like newer than the rest of the room, right? And the plates in the windows are bigger. Like almost like these were actual windows and got boarded up, and the other ones are like cosmetic or something. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. Seems pretty useless when he's not on it. Actually, no, pretty useless no matter what. So we got the chalk outline. That's it. White chalk outlines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You always see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it. Huh. Seeing all these bodies now... I've got a new idea. It's pretty out there. But what if we all attend Hope's Peak Academy and the tragedy is that we all died? And this is some post-life purgatory business. Byakuya, about what Monokuma just told us? It's like I'm not even here. You must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard? Or is he just flat out ignoring me? Yeah. Ghosts. Every single one of us. Raw. Rattle, rattle. Biolab. that we're forbidden from seeing into. Kind of sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. Came from there. Ooh. No way, there was a dojo. Sakura didn't live to see the dojo? Oh, it's like an archery range. Straw post used for sword practice. Did they use it for training here too? Man. Why is it just locker 6? A bunch of wooden lockers. Keys remind me of super old school public bathhouses. Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here, in full bloom. It's quite elegant. This is what you consider elegant?
Indeed.
I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese-style scenery is refreshing. Considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? The target seems pretty far away. Gotta say, pretty proud of my eyesight. What, the way he just zoomed right in there? Is this Makoto focusing his eyes like a hawk? I loved hanging out in my school's 5th floor dojo. Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here. It's always the same thing. Suit of armor, huh? Are we gonna get someone in the suit of armor? Extremely Japanese. What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean?
Mikuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko? I'm not going to say anything. Huh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Her gaze darted up at the surveillance camera.
Hey.
You understand why, right? She was trying to tell me that whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important?
So then...
We're finished here. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end, and just like usual, I didn't understand anything any better than before. Alright, good talk, bye! I guess this is the last room. This fucking... walk into the light void. The ultimate conversation ender. Ooh, the stinky flower, the vile plume, the rafflesia? Rafflesia? I've never had to say it out loud.
Yo.
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out they just painted the walls and the ceiling.
You know?
Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I smelled vegetation. It helps me relax. Isn't this the worst smelling flower ever? The worst smelling thing on the planet ever? They call it the corpse flower. It's not what you're thinking, is it? Why, is that bad? Do you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's there, just beneath the surface. Beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching and waiting. And when they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore, they'll put their plan for global human extinction into action.
Well?
I'm serious. I'm seriously considering never talking to you again. There's some kind of control panel set near the wall. Does it control the air conditioning or something? What? It's for the sprinklers. Alright. Well, clearly this is going to be important. Sprinklers? Yeah, it controls the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission. Of course, the settings panel is locked, so you couldn't change it if you wanted to. So that means the sprinklers go off at 7:30 a.m. every morning. You got it, it's super user-friendly, which sucks. So if you get here too early, you'll get drenched, so watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyway. Or do you have some kind of water fetish? That's not a thing, is it? Is it? I suppose probably everything is a thing. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. Seems pretty useless when he's not on it. I mean, definitely like wet t-shirts are a thing, or like there's an appeal there, right? Chicken coop. Live chickens. They don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs, something crazy like that. Seems safe. It's a chicken. It's really alive, right? There's no mistake. It's a chicken. No, I want to investigate more chickens. Alright, investigation complete. Oh, you like chickens too, Makoto? Is wet t-shirts a thing in Japan? It seems like a bit much of debauchery for them. So they wouldn't have like a public wet t-shirt contest? They don't. I get the sense that in Japanese culture, that they're very straight-laced in the streets and freaks in the sheets sort of thing. I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? There's exactly 5 of them here. Like, they had to get really inventive. Like, the whole reason tentacles are a thing in hentai is because it let people draw things, doing things to people that weren't organs that needed to be censored, right? So, like, there's a strong pornographic drive at the heart of Japan. But no, they wouldn't really have a public wet t-shirt contest, I would imagine. The number that comes after 4 and before 6, at least in terms of natural numbers. Anyway, the number 5 pops up. That's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos. It's a number of power, a refreshing number on par with hand-squeezed all-natural lemonade. He never lets me get a word in edgewise. Big flower. 1 second. What have we learned today so far? We've learned some people have water fetishes. No, that's not true. We've just been looking around this floor. There's a locked bio lab and a dojo / training room / archery range that I got pretty sad that Sakura didn't live to see. Oh yeah, no, the murder classroom, right? No, that's pretty important. The absolute horrible devastation, the blood smears. I guessed before they told me that it was all really old. I think it happened a year ago. I think it's related to the tragedy, and I even conjectured that all of us are dead. We died a year ago in the tragedy. Yeah. And now we're looking at a big flower. What is this? The thing is super weird, super creepy. Excuse me. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real? That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it and you're in for some real excitement. I don't think I've ever really appreciated this music. Your heart's all like, whoa, and the plant's all like, snap, and then your flesh is all like, bleh, I'm dead. That's the skin on Stumps' hands after going climbing for 2 hours. Bleh, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. It's pretty frickin' amazing, if I do say so myself. A student at Hope's Peak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist, although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy.
Actually...
By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people. So it's totally good for the environment. Sounds like the perfect place to dispose of evidence. Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of our healthy society. This flower eats plastic. That's crazy. Not that I know anything about that myself. Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. I mean, lots of things eat people. That's not too surprising, to be honest. A flower doing it, yeah, sure. Whatever it is, I'd better keep my distance. Would it be worth growing giant man-eating flowers to fix our plastic problem? I mean, you just gotta be safe around the flowers. I wonder if there's a way to track, like, how much death our plastic pollution has caused. Just to be sure, I should take a look in the tool shed. Oh my god, look at all these fucking murder weapons. Shears, pliers, rope, a goddamn hand sickle. I'm leaning against the back wall. Is that a pickaxe? Hose? Oh, death by a Monokuma brand lawnmower. Oh no. Bags of fertilizer are piled up. There's so many different kinds to choose from. Every time I see this fertilizer in a video game like this, which is not often, but it makes me immediately think of when I was playing Resident Evil, the remake. And my mom was watching. That was a game my family liked to watch me play, because they would be scared by things, but not have to actually play it. And there was like a story and puzzles and mysteries and stuff, so like, you know, they were intrigued by that. So it was like a family thing for us. And my mom is infamous for shouting out totally unrealistic things to try in video games. Like she would, like if someone was playing Zelda, she would be like, throw a bomb, right? Like at everything, which is not a bad idea in Zelda, and I think that's what started the whole thing. But she would be like, try to hop over that fence, and it's like very clearly the out of bounds area of the game, right? Like as a gamer, you look at it and you know that's an invisible wall, right? But she doesn't see that kind of thing. So she was like, grab the fertilizer, and I look at it and it's pre-rendered into the background, and I'm like, there's no way this fertilizer could possibly be anything. But on my way out of the room, I humor her and check it, and it's the chemical I was looking for and stuck on and needed to find in order to progress. It was like the one thing. And ever since then, I do what my mom tells me. Crazy diamond! Something carved into the handle of his pickaxe. I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. I think I remember seeing that. Yeah. Proof you've cleared Chapter 2. Mondo's old trench coat, which is the name of the country's greatest biker gang, embroidered on it. So I guess that's the name of the biker gang. Why would that be here? Different kinds of gardening tools. I'm trying to get us to become self-sufficient. We build giant man-eating trash compactors to deal with our plastic problem. There's a lawnmower here, even with this here, who's actually going to take care of the lawn. I'll do it. So many flower pots. Big ones, little ones, any size you might need. I'm seeing small and slightly bigger than small, but still pretty small. Maybe I'll grow some flowers to put in my room. How optimistic. I think we're kind of done here. I really like watching this whole room pop into the scene. I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now, but once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. One after another, everyone made their way up to the dining hall. Up and down. Well, I didn't say either, but before too long, it would appear everyone has returned. But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team. Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, if even one more person dies, we can still field a basketball team. I cannot believe how positive she is. I thought she was gonna be a wreck after Sakura, and everyone's just snapped back into hanging out mode.
Hey.
It would be a really different game if it didn't have this, though, right? If everyone was like super fucking depressed and angsty and at each other's throats the whole time, it probably wouldn't be ultimately as interesting. No time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we gotta do our best. Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered. Alright, how about you, Bright Eyes? I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to be kind of Sakura's job, but anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor either. But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. This is interesting. I didn't notice this, whatever it is. What exactly did you notice?
Just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto?
So then,
Because if you did, you must have noticed the 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Bathrooms? Stairs. Oh, it's the top floor. Yeah, you right. My bad. There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. The 5th floor is the
Correct.
end? We're finally starting to get a clear picture of this school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery. But that's the hardest part.
okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay as long as we work together. I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no. Strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. He has to throw fat in there too. The white outlines of countless corpses is more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far. What the hell are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. I guess he's got enough experience now to know what normal is. Every body's smell, concentrated. God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it. But I mean, what the hell happened in that room?
So in other words,
I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. A bunch of people were killed in there? Stop, seriously, I'm gonna throw up.
It can't be.
Perhaps that's what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. 8 people died. Huh? You're thinking the same thing then. My theory is the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. Yeah, I thought of this too, but now that the game is telling me this right now, makes me think it must not be true. Maybe they're setting us up to think this is it, and then the reveal is actually it's much, much bigger. Just another Tuesday in the US. Oof. That was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
In other words,
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy. There's like 6 or 7 shock outlines in that room. That's
it's all
true.
clear now.
That would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors.
Hey.
I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's just so awful. Not just awful, super awfully awful. They're right. It's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless, but still. How was it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up? She's just gonna be like, Hey, Byakuya, it seems like Toko wants to say something. So, why are you telling me?
Hey.
Well, because you told her to zip it or whatever. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Jesus, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on. Well, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, Master. And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem. Seriously, you're just gonna take it? Shut up. Don't interrupt me when Master and me are talking. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in the classroom on the 5th floor and something caught my attention. It was this. Knife. Well, that thing is huge. It's like Rambo size.
What?
It's a survival knife of some kind. But what was it doing in a classroom?
Well,
How would I know?
Very suspicious.
What are you gonna use the knife for? What are you planning to do to it? Like, what? Fucking calm down, hero. I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave a knife just laying
How
around.
about that?
I'd rather have it laying around than in the hands of a serial killer. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? There's a room full of knives through the back door. There's hammers, there's gardening supplies, there's a lawnmower. There's a lot of ways to kill someone. I don't know why we're freaking out over this knife. I don't know what you might do.
What's your problem?
I don't want it anyway, it's too dangerous. So what to do?
so then,
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it. Then that's that. You're now Mr. Knife Guy. Screw your student, ultimate lucky student, whatever. Fuck that. You're ultimate knife guy now, knife guy.
It's all
Look at knife guy over here and his big knife. It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. They're acting like I already said yes. Fine. I guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still have bad breath? Sorry, I'm sorry, it stinks, I'm sorry, it stinks.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did Master just praise me? Hey, good for you. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. That I would ever experience such a dream. Sorry, I was clearing my throat. And I didn't really want to read that anyway. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. Same.
You know?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor. And I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant, a chicken coop, and I know what you're gonna say, but a tool shed. Alright, let's start with... Whoop. How was I doing that? You noticed it too, huh? That pickaxe. What about the pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed, and the words crazy diamond had been carved into the handle. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy diamond. Yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think.
it's true.
I don't just think, I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before. Huh? Where? Oh, that's it, I remember. It was on Mondo's uniform, on the back of his jacket. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond.
I see.
You're absolutely right. And how does anyone remember? I don't know, I remembered. So why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Could it be?
Although I only remembered because after he died, I got the present named after it. Sorry. Mondo must have snuck in there and done it,
Not
right?
possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right.
Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here and Monokuma confiscated it? Whatever the reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed. Pickaxe connected to Mondo. Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all. And what I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we could use it to call for help. How are you gonna call for help with a lawnmower?
What the heck?
I don't know, maybe just use it to make crop circles or something. Yeah, that's it, I'm gonna make crop circles, and we can use those to call for help. He's doing it on purpose, right? It's like it's the greatest scheme of all time, is Mastermind Yasuhiro acting like a fucking idiot for 30 hours. You weren't like this in the beginning,
You know?
Well, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet. I'm not kidding. This is suspicious. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been.
Hey,
My concern is with the biolab. It was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access. It's one of 3 places we can't access. Headmaster's room, data center on the 4th floor. And now the biolab on the 5th. And then there's the 2nd floor of the dorms as well. I wonder what's in there. If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature. The final boss or tyrant or...
But
We're not in a horror game though. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood, no matter how much you think about it.
Naturally.
Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
well,
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right. No, how I said it is right too. Isn't that everyone?
yeah.
Oh. I gotta react to more things.
No?
There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right? Oh, I did his way. That's right, 5. 5 chickens. It probably made him make a big deal about the number 5 because at some point there's going to be less than 5 chickens in there. Or more. That'd be wild. I don't know how that would happen. I love chickens. Let's raise them up big and fat. Then we can make fried chicken. Ooh, barbecue? Decisions. Or how about raw? There's nothing fresher than raw, right? You cannot eat raw chicken. Pretty sure that'd kill you.
You know?
Big garden up on the front floor, and we gotta react to the stupidly large plant. Monokuma said it was called a Monokuma flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
Serious.
It's totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the one that lives in the pipe, though. Oh, like Mario? Got it. Anyway, the thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there. Oh yeah, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched or catch a cold.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know? Of course not, because idiots never get wet. I think you're thinking of ducks? I'm starting to worry about you, Hiro. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is?
What the heck?
Come on, you don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question. What was the question again? Don't worry. You just answered it. Well, I think that's all the new information we have for now.
Yo.
So, what do we do now? Well, starting today, you're all under my command. But before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
No way.
Jeez, how cocky can you be? You're gonna bust through the ceiling and if your head gets any bigger. So what is it you want to figure out? Kyoko's identity. Ooh, he's going there, huh?
Well,
But Kyoko is Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's Peak Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro, Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant, even Makoto is the ultimate lucky student. More unlucky than lucky these days, but... So what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is? Now that you mention it, she's never told us. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? The ultimate smug. We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicion. So, Kyoko, it's time you told us. I can't. Why won't you tell us?
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
So,
Because I don't remember. Huh. What? I have no memory of what I am. You have no memory? You mean amnesia?
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this was a joke, I'm not laughing.
this is very suspicious.
I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
however,
But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
What?
So you have no intention of telling us? Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
hey,
What are you gonna do? Torture me? Look at her face as she's talking about torture. Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
what?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. But if she gives you her room key, she can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking a school regulation. And if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself. Hold on, a threat like that?
That's fine.
Fine, I understand. Good, you're finally in the mood for some conversation. Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Byakuya and held out her room key to him.
It can't be.
You damn fool. Why do you refuse to talk?
Because,
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
So,
Maybe she really did lose her memory. If you really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever, where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit right in.
however,
The worst school, where only the worst things happen? Do you really mean that? Huh?
hey,
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things? What do you mean? Perhaps I've said too much. Kyoko then turned her back on us, and without a word began to walk away.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
goodbye.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. I wasn't thinking you were gonna do something to harm me, and the fact that you brought it up is making me worried, Kyoko. Her last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
What the heck?
What's her deal?
but
I think you went too far, taking a room key like that. For her, that wasn't far enough. Or maybe she gets off on the attention? I can't believe her enjoying getting yelled at like that. You're getting noisy again, Toko.
Come on.
Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of you breathing, of your heart beating. He's doing like the Agent Smith when he's talking to Morpheus. Your sweat, the stink of it, everywhere. I smell it. It fills my pores. Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but... I mean, I want her to die too, but I wouldn't say it. What's Kyoko gonna do now? Makoto's just totally ignoring all of them. He's just thinking about his girl. Plus, the situation, it's just like before. It's no different from when when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone. What the hell? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
Because, I mean...
You watched the newest Matrix? I haven't seen it. Cause look! Oh! It was you! How long have you been standing there? I'm very, very angry! He had his own voice line. I didn't need to do that. Angry at what? At the thief! Yes, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you there's a thief in your midst. My precious. They stole it. You're precious.
Your teacher had such faith in you. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
Why did this line get voiced in its entirety? Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. But what the heck is your precious? Shut up! I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
What the heck?
And he's gone. What the heck was all that about?
So,
He said something about his precious getting stolen? Does anyone have any idea what that might mean? Likely has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing and able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? If that's true, what was it? And why would she do that?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bug bite.
So I muted while I took a sip of water during that, and I was looking at the mute icon as it changed, and I was thinking about, can you window capture OBS itself? Is that a thing? I don't see it in the list of windows. You would have to like monitor capture, I think. Anyway, yeah, I was thinking you could have the little mute icon. For some reason, I don't know.
You know?
Oh, Tonic does it on his stream? Interesting. We can talk about this more tomorrow. I mean, you could do a monitor capture and just have it in the right spot, but that's pretty clunky. After what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around. You could also just have whatever your mute button is, you can have that same button hiding or changing, hiding or toggling a hide on an icon, just a picture, something like that. It's just take extra precautions, stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around. Not like we need you to tell us that. Well then, let's disperse. See you all tomorrow. This is day 1. We know murder happens on day 3, I guess? Or after day 3? Not sure. That's right. I need to put away that knife I got from Toko. Safest place for it will be in my desk drawer. But anyway, is Kyoko really going to be okay? She can't get into her room. Every time I'm on this screen with the text box here, my eyes the text box hides almost the entirety of the table in the bottom right corner, but it doesn't hide the bottom of the shadow. And my brain sees the shadow and then sees the rest of the shadow and doesn't see the table. So I just think there's like a cartoon fucking hole in my floor every time. And I have to be like, no, that's stupid. That's not a thing. It's something else. It's the shadow. I had to do this like 10 times. I've had to do this. Isn't there something I can do? Something I can... Oh. Am I gonna get another midnight adventure with Kyoko? As I opened my eyes, I realized I'd fallen asleep without realizing it. But more important... Hey, Andy. Even with the context of the table, it doesn't look like a shadow. Yeah, I mean, the light source is directly above the table, so the shadow should be under the table. Beep, beep, beep. Along with the toolkit is that survival knife. I should probably just leave it where it is. Alright.
Hey,
Hey, I'll be waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there. Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depths of the darkened hallway. She's so active at night. She's more active sneaking around at night than she is investigating during the day. When does she sleep?
hey,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tifa. Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay, I'm
Correct.
used to it. Indeed.
so then,
Well, then let me get straight to the point. It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean, does it have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you?
indeed.
That's right. So I was right. But what did you steal?
So,
I stole this. A class ledger. A key. But looking at it, I couldn't tell it was just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where did you get this? From the headmaster's room. You snuck into the headmaster's room? But wasn't it locked?
however,
The lock was broken.
correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. Oh. Didn't I try the headmaster's room? I forget what it said when I tried it. Do you think it's still there? In the log? Isn't there a way to go super fast? Well. Maybe if you do it from this menu? Oh, there it is. No, not even close. Not even close to going far enough back.
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? Yeah, she did say she will fight. So she broke the headmaster's,
That's
the lock
right.
on the headmaster's room for us. That's right, so that we could uncover whatever secrets may lay hidden within. She did that for us. She violated the school regulations to help us. She'd already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away, which is why I used you as a decoy. Ah. You asked me to meet you at the data center in order to... Correct. I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took that opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room, and as a result, I found this key. And what you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too?
Mukuro Ikusaba.
They really want you to remember Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. Oh, you know what? I can probably remember Kuro as black. Mukuro Ikusaba.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Mukuro Ikusaba is dangerous.
In other words...
She may very well be the mastermind. But didn't Alter Ego say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind? No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind, I'm sure of that. Don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mukuro Ikusaba could really could be the mastermind? Anyway, this key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
So...
I don't know yet, which is why I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again. This is the music for sneaking around, yeah. I don't know why I decided to go with a rap. I cannot rap. I could have done anything else. Why? But I'm into it though. So you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't, that's way too dangerous. And you want me to draw his attention, but we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? If there's more than one person watching us, like they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe we just got lucky. Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. Which is why we're going to run the experiment one more time. And if we're successful again, then what may have been just a lucky guess will be proven true. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen.
Hey.
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true, and if we can exploit it. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think what might happen if we fail.
Why is that?
I don't think you need to worry all that much after all. I'm never going to be able to forget that the transliteration of Mukuro Ikusaba is Corpse Warblade. I didn't know any of those words. Sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery. Am I wrong? Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He could just kill us all without a second thought.
I see.
In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. Okay.
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules or adhere to them no matter
In
what?
other words...
We gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right? Except for the fact that we die!
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
Damn. She's right. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey.
Am I wrong? At that moment, I finally realized. I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us. And with that in view, she just smiled. I can't change how I feel, and wouldn't if I could. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it... I think I know what she's gonna say. If something ever happens to me. If something happens.
However...
I'm not planning on dying, but there's always a chance of it. And a death without meaning is... unappealing.
Hey.
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine, I'll hold on to it just because you asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point, you can be sure of that.
Indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey,
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I've discovered. Sure, because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
indeed.
Well, there's that too. You mean there's something else?
Well,
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that easily.
so then,
Okay then, shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time, and like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time was the sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. Ooh! I don't want Kyoko to die. I don't want it. Everything's gonna be fine. I know it, because it's Kyoko. She's got plot armor. It'll never happen. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety, and then I got to work. Okay, let's do this. Hey, Monokuma, you can see me, right? Get out here, I've got a bone to pick with you. Then a few moments later.
Monokuma appears!
This is a surprise, you being the one to call me out.
Hey!
Coping. By the way,
Most
what were you and Kyoko up to? Going to the bathhouse? Just the two of you in the middle of the night? Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? I mean, literally hot and steamy, I guess, if we were in the song. So warm and wet, so wet and warm. I bet you guys were moved to conform with local and international censorship laws. But not actually, right? Like, there's no version of this game where you actually all over her, didn't you? Not gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late-night bath scenes because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation, far away from X-rated exploits. I mean, I would consider it just like the ultimate form of observation. Really. So that is why. So is that why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse? Bullseye. Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway? Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went to all that trouble. We genuinely fucking got him there. He had nothing. He had absolutely no comeback. ... Monokuma, the motherfucker who never stops running his goddamn mouth, had nothing to say to that. We got him. We fucking got him on that one. You went to all that trouble to get me out of here, now what? There's just something I wanted to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella?
Actually,
But in the Bear Kingdom, there is no male or female. What? No, there totally is. Seriously?
my
Then
entire
what am I?
existence. This is kind of depressing.
I get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you really want to ask me? Oh, well, you told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you thinking?
Listen, I'm sure this is a silly question, no way it's possible and all, but is that seriously why you dragged me out here to ask?
Unbelievable.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me. You're not gonna ask something useful like how to get the best honey or ursine breeding tips? Ursin? This is just crazy. Are all prepubescent teen boys as nutty as you? God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and meep. That's it. What was that second thing? It's a blank, stupid. A secret. Fill it in yourself. Is there any significance to the fact that it had 6 stars? Yeah! Making me trudge all the way out here for that? I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours. And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out. Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off. I hope I kept him distracted long enough. Now all I can do is wait and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she's fine. Right? I went back to my room and laid down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep. I think it's only day 2. I think there's a murder on day 3. This is day 2. No murders. Kyoko is safe. Definitely, certainly, guaranteed. cool. I want to play this game. Has someone like made this fan game? A fucking like Dynasty Warriors style game where Sakura with giant dual clubs. Me either. What is this? Is it because I hung out? Sakura's Revenge, the game the world has been waiting for. Unfortunately, development has been canceled. Of course, if enough people buy Danganronpa, who knows, so buy copies for all your friends. Not enough people bought Danganronpa, it seems. This super stylish, super fashionable game was canceled during development, but it'll start back up again if Danganronpa sells well.
You guys have to recommend it to your friends, too!
I mean, I'm streaming it to an audience of... How many of you guys are out there? It doesn't tell me how much... Oh, up there. 13. I got 13 friends. I gotta rearrange these windows again. Thanks for hanging out, friends. Salamiri, Branwyn.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m., and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
You're missing the smiley face? I have 13 friends. My body feels so heavy this morning. It must be because I was up so late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. I'm gonna check on this knife every single day. It's going missing at some point, and then I'm gonna be a suspect. This is known.
What?
You're 1 minute late, Makoto. How do you explain this? Sorry, I'm not feeling so great today.
What's your problem?
You really think a tired excuse like that is gonna work? For a 1 minute? Yes. Yes, I think it will. Are you allowed to talk again? You know, he's the one, like, pulling for this leash. Jesus. I don't recall giving you permission. I just thought, I mean, a day had passed. It had maybe reset. Sorry, please don't hate me. Whatever my punishment is, I'll accept it. I'll hang a sign from my neck that says, "Bad girl, I'll clean your bathroom with my toothbrush." If you stop making disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Thank you, I won't make any more disgusting comments, I promise. If I do, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. As long as it's you and no one else, I don't mind. That's no use, she's disgusting to the bone. Stuff my mouth full of trash. It's like, hey, don't be disgusting. Oh, no, if I'm disgusting, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. Where's Kyoko?
Could it be?
Not cool. This is worse than being late for lunch, for a date, for your wedding, for anything. Maybe she's mad about what happened yesterday and she's not going to show up anymore? I can't tell the others why Kyoko might not be here. The best thing to do right now is to just keep quiet.
Strange.
Whatever her reason, I'm curious to know what she is doing. I know she's not in her room, so...
You know?
Oh yeah, you still have her key, right?
What's this?
You looking for Miss Kirigiri? What do you want now? I'm right? You're wondering where Miss Kirigiri is, right? Do you know where she is? Well, it's hard to say. Oh, you don't know either?
What?
It's because he doesn't know. That's why he's here, to try and prod us for information.
Uh-huh.
Hey, don't you hate it when you ask someone what their favorite movie is and then name some indie bull crap?
This is very suspicious.
I feel like I'm getting whiplash the way he changes subjects like that. Hi. Smurfton. Case 4 was the one where in terms of like mechanics and logic and puzzle solving, it was the one I had the least grasp on. in terms of what they wanted from me in any given moment to moment during the trial. Like, I had some idea of, like, I had the right overall idea, but there was a lot of just, like, what are they trying to get at right now in this moment? And what does that mean I need to do? There was a lot of, there was some frustration there, but there was a lot of twists to it that I didn't really see coming, that so many people would be involved in it, that Aoi would have a hand in it, and that she would be trying to basically kill all of us. So that was cool, and then ultimately it's just really sad. I think streaming this and being so focused on reading all of the text and stuff is preventing me from sort of emotionally connecting to the characters the way that I would have if I was just playing it. So it didn't really hit me, I think, while I was playing. But definitely the most emotion, I think, behind the actual deaths.
Hey,
Maybe the mastermind can't monitor us to control Monokuma at the same time. Could she have been right about that?
Hey!
So, was I right? You're looking for Miss... Oh. Maybe she got stuck somewhere. Like, she went into a room and then, like, had to hide because she ran out of time or something. And now that Monokuma is here, I'm distracting him again for her to get back out. So, if I was Makoto, I'd keep him talking for as long as I could right now. Was I right? You're looking for Miss Kirigiri. Any idea where she might have gone? We have no idea. And even if we did know, we wouldn't tell you. For serious. I see. Well, fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Sayonara, suckers. And we did not keep him talking here very long at all. As soon as he was gone, we all glanced around at each other. So, what was that just now? Does that mean Monokuma doesn't know where she is either? It would seem that way.
You know?
Where the heck could she have gone? Don't you think we should all go look for her? And how would you suggest we approach that task? Even Monokuma can't seem to locate her.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, how can he not know where she is?
Yeah, totally.
Kyoko must have used that key to sneak into some unknown part of the school, but somewhere even Monokuma wouldn't notice. Where could it be? We spent the rest of breakfast talking about where Kyoko could have gone. Afterwards, we returned to our rooms. Because it's time for the free time. Time to get to know your friends. I feel like this is more than just me staying up late last night. The knife is still here. Yes. Whoa. You can see, like, behind the door. Where is everyone? Ah. There's a problem with free time. Everyone who's cool is dead or mysteriously vanished. Yeah, I liked Aoi before she tried to kill us. But she was sticking up for her friend, so... Oh, wait, I forgot. There's a fast travel. What is it, the squares you can go to? think it's Byakuya or Aoi. Cool enough, just not Sakura cool. No one can be Sakura cool. Heads is Byakuya. Hyo. Heads. He was in here.
What?
Did you need something?
That's fine.
Fine. I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. I hope you appreciate this. Spend some time with Byakuya. He grew a little closer. What would this asshole want? I think I gave him tea last time and he liked it a little bit. A black croissant. It'd be pretty weird to give him an engagement ring. It'd be weird to give him any kind of ring, honestly. This is like guy's perfume, right? Is he the kind of guy who would wear a perfume? Gee, sick. What? Are these Heely slippers? Wow. That sounds like a dangerous lack of traction for something that can get you up to a high amount of speed. Leaf covering. Oh, he's the math guy? How did you get your hands on this? Even the collective force of the entire Togami Corporation wouldn't be enough to obtain this gem. I'm gonna hold on to this. He loves it.
So, in other words...
Just to be clear, being the ultimate affluent progeny is only one of my many talents. Some people think I rely on the care and protection of the Togami name. Is this a monologue or something? But I don't rely on my family. Rather, I am my family's savior. The Togami Corporation reaches across the world, true, but I will take us to even greater heights. It is expected of me, naturally. After all, even my own family has recognized my ultimate superiority. In other words, even among the Togami family, I am the chosen among the chosen. So much confidence. He likes to look sophisticated even if he can't understand. That confidence is justified, I assure you. It comes from the battles I've fought and won. I'm personally worth over $4 billion, separate from my Togami family assets. How the heck did you make that much money?
In other words...
Stock market. I buy and sell shares and assets based on market trends all within a single day. Surely even someone as simple-minded as you has heard of this technique. So he buys and sells stuff on the stock market, doing everything a single day. I think that's called day trading. Talking about day trading, right? And you were able to make $4 billion? He's a WSB nerd. Well, I first started doing it just to keep myself occupied, and before I knew it, there it was. It's not really a big deal. I'd say it's a super big deal. Wait, but are high schoolers even allowed to buy stocks and stuff?
Make me repeat myself.
I'm Byakuya Togami. Is that meant to be an explanation? $4 billion is nothing to the Togami Corporation, but for personal use, it's not bad. So now you understand, right? I'm not merely the child of modern-day nobility. You know, Byakuya, maybe we should start calling you the ultimate day trader. Oh, I don't do that anymore. It was too simple, so I got bored of it pretty quickly. Jeez, you do realize how insulting that sounds to the rest of us? Of course, that's how I feel about anything I do. Frankly, life is too easy. It's only natural for me to do whatever I want in this world. Byakuya would be running cryptos? Oh no. He would. He'd only be doing it because he could win in that space. But he fucking would. Ugh. We're like worlds apart. Galaxies apart. Skill points. NFTs of himself. Still reeling from Byaku's story, I went back to my room. And then got ready to head back out and hang out with him again. I feel even worse than I did this morning. Huh. Maybe I'm not okay. My body feels like lead and now I'm getting chills. This is bad. I think I might be getting sick. He'd name his crypto Toko coin. No, listen, it runs on the blockchain. You can obtain all these Monokuma pictures and they'll only rise in price. It's laundry day. He hates Toko. Well, he hates the crypto. It's just like a way to get money for him. Honestly, you can't even make that much money in the crypto space. I think he might just roll his eyes at the whole thing. But he could absolutely dominate it if he wanted to. A person's ability is measured by the power they display at the point where pressure is applied.
Yeah.
That's a quote from the famous baseball player Kenji Jojima.
Yeah, totally.
Jojima. I think what he means is that you only really see how strong a person is when they're under pressure. I wonder how strong I can really be. Strong enough to try to kill a bunch of people.
You got it.
Let's go to the pool, murderer. Don't stare, okay? I don't actually have a swimsuit, just a shirt, and when it gets wet, it's kinda embarrassing. I gave you a swimsuit last time we hung out. All right. I wasn't embarrassed before, but now I kind of am. I wonder how come. I went swimming. You seemed kind of embarrassed. We grew a little closer. So I thought the swimsuit would be the super slam dunk gift to give her, but maybe there's a better one. I just like the thematic of like being like, I don't have a swimsuit. And then like, should you give her a gift? Boom, swimsuit. It's not like I like, no, it's not. She's saying so please, makes me happy.
Please.
I'm hungry. What am I supposed to do? I need food, anything. I don't care if it's a stack of paper, I need food. It is true, you get amazingly hungry after you go swimming for some reason. That's just how it works. Why don't you just eat some more donuts? That's my secret weapon for emergencies only. If I kept gorging on something with that many calories, I'd get fat in no time. So even she cares about that kind of thing. Well, she is an athlete. I would think she would care a lot about that kind of thing as the world's best athlete. I don't want anything sugary. Right now I want a salty snack. Like potato chips? Like ramen. How's that a snack? Well, how's it not? Speaking of which, what's your favorite kind of ramen? Shoyu, without a doubt.
You got it.
I don't even know what shoyu ramen is, actually. Good choice, definitely the most refreshing option. What about you? You're worried about calories and all, so... I'm a pork-tastic tonkotsu girl, through and through. You don't care about calories at all. The key element of any tonkotsu ramen is the butter and the extra fat. So you're okay with all that oil? The music has gone to a weird place here. Ugh, talking about it just made me even hungrier. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Maybe I can make it to the dining hall. You sure though? I mean, a bowl of ramen is way more calories than a donut. Who says stuff like that? Are you a real man or aren't you? What, are you afraid? Afraid of ramen? You're pathetic, Makoto. I'm ashamed to know you. Are you still human? Shut up, get out of my way. I'm gonna show you what a real man looks like. Or are you gonna stand in my way and suffer the fist-based consequences? She's gonna fight me over some ramen. Just go get it. Then don't. If I don't do this now, when am I ever gonna get another chance? Crying out like a starving raven, Hina ran off at a dangerous clip toward the kitchen. When it comes to food, Hina is terrifying. I mean, yeah, we kind of knew that. Extraordinary focus. Give yourself a pat on the back. I learned my lesson and made my way back to my room. "100-Mile Junk Food Dash" is the name of the song. Wow. Getting chills. Feel kind of dizzy. Can't help it, need sleep. Nighttime wasn't for a while, but I felt like my body had reached its limit. As I dropped onto my bed, I felt like I was falling into a bottomless pit. I was unconscious before my head hit the pillow. Well, that's not quite true. I didn't pass out completely. It was more like my consciousness went dim. I weaved back and forth between sleep and wakefulness, which is all to say. Wow, clothes on and everything? I was restless. At some point, I found myself wandering through a strange dream. Sakura had 2 clubs, one in each hand, racing through a post-apocalyptic landscape. A voice echoed across the walls of my mind.
I understand.
That voice. It's so familiar. It's...
I understand.
It sounds like Makoto? It's me. Okay.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Huh? What am I trying to say?
This is all for hope. And that's why I have to stay. I have to stay here.
What if this is quarantine? What if the tragedy is a literal manifestation of despair that descended upon the entire world and crushed it and twisted it, tore it up, and so they made Hope's Peak Academy and sent all of our brightest students, our future, our shining beacon of hope, and quarantined them all in this building. And everything that's happening now is that manifestation of despair finally creeping in and wreaking havoc on our one safe haven.
My dream just now. What? So strange. Huh?
What? Hello. Washasha.
Kyoko? What did you say?
Did she actually say? Okay, she had some ... C'est très intéressant. Every day is peaceful. Every day is joyful. Happy days from the day you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Wishing only for those unchanging, unending, happy days, days of boredom repeating forever and ever. No abnormalities as far as the eye can see. Life without the tiniest speck of abnormality.
If the world were like that, I'd consider that pretty damn abnormal.
So we saw the image of the masked student with a knife in their chest. So the version of events the game is kind of floating here, I think, is masked student breaks into our room, grabs the knife from our desk, goes to kill us. Kyoko knows it's coming, saves us, sort of attacking this masked student, and then potentially kills them?
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m., and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine!
It is kind of interesting. I don't know if they've really addressed what happens if you do a murder by self-defense, right? I would argue that what Leon does in the first case is not self-defense. He actually goes back to his room to get the tools to open the bathroom door and go in and kill Sayaka. So, no. Everything else is either spur of the moment or premeditated murder attempts. But, like, what do you do if someone tries to kill you and you get him first? A botched attempt would be really interesting. The only kind of death that isn't murder is old age. Is that a line Monokuma says at some point?
Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
Because it would mean the students might be put in a situation where they need to defend themselves but can't kill the person in the meantime. Like, they might have to, like, hold back. I think I remember something kind of like what you said. It took longer than usual for me to open my eyes. I let out a deep sigh to bring myself up the rest of the way. The chills, the aches, the unfathomable lethargy, they had all disappeared in the night. All that was left was me, drenched in sweat. It wasn't just because of whatever bug I'd caught either. It was also the dream I'd had. What the hell was that? Sakura meant to kill herself, though. That's different from accidental or self-defense. So I wouldn't really say that is evidence one way or the other. I was desperate to recall it. I scrambled to grab onto fragments of the dream and reel them up from the depths of my memory. That's right, I remember last night. I came down with a fever and couldn't quite get to sleep. I heard a voice I didn't really understand, and then... all of a sudden, I was awake. And there was a strange person standing next to my bed wearing a mask, and they were holding a knife. I want to say I fought them off, but I don't actually remember. I felt like my mind had been detached from my body, burning up with fever. I was somewhere far away, watching my body move on its own, and because of that, I don't remember what really happened. But still, I feel like I resisted them desperately, feverishly. After that, things go black again. The next thing I remember... Yeah, he... And then what? You went back to bed and laid here in the exact same position, and then Kyoko came along and you were like, hey, what's up? I just totally fought a guy. I saved myself in a heroic fashion. Wasn't that great? You should have seen it. What a strange dream. No, was it really a dream? How can I possibly find out either way? I got one way. I open the desk drawer and it's empty. There's nothing inside. Nothing inside? That's strange. Because it definitely wasn't before. I'm positive I put the knife I got from Toko in here. But that means... the knife they told me to keep safe. I knew it. I just had a feeling. It wasn't a dream after all. But if that's true, this all makes even less sense. Why would someone have wanted to attack me? And who was that behind the mask? And why was Kyoko... what the hell is going on? Well, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I should head to the dining hall. Then I can talk to everyone else about it. Standing here thinking about it isn't gonna help anything. Alright, fine.
Hey, Makoto.
One other person. Yep, that's Makoto, sure as the sky is blue. Hey, you know. You really had me worried, you know? What happened to you last night?
'Cause, I mean...
Yeah, right after nighttime hit, we all went to get you. We were hammering away at your doorbell, but you never answered. We thought maybe you'd been, you know... I mean, not that it actually happened. I mean, nobody here would want to, you know... So anyway, what were you doing? I didn't feel good, so I went right to bed. I had no idea you guys even showed up. So why did you come to get me? Did something happen? Well, lots of stuff, actually. I'm not sure I can really explain. Let's go meet up with everyone else. Then they can tell you about it. Is everyone waiting somewhere else or something? Oh yeah, we all stayed up the whole night. Oh wow. I lost at rock, paper, scissors, so I had to come get breakfast for everyone. So you got here just in time. Come on, help me carry it. Everyone's in the gym. Hurry up, I'll meet you there. Up all night. Playing racquetball in the gym. There he is.
Oh,
This is
hey,
worse than being
Makoto.
late for your wedding, the birth of your son, your own funeral all at once. Jeez, to show up now like it's no big deal. You made us stay up all night while you slept like a baby in your bed? Just like Hina said, everyone was there, besides Kyoko. And then I noticed they'd formed a circle around something. As soon as I saw what that something was... What the... Before I could catch myself, I'd cried out. Spread out in front of them were the remains of Monokuma.
What are you doing?
Wow. I think there's more than one. But this is a good sign.
What does it look like? We're dismantling it to see what makes it tick.
Dismantling? But I mean, that's Monokuma you're messing with, right?
It's a shame we lost our ultimate programmer. I mean, programming's pretty different from computer engineering.
Yeah, that's right.
But I feel like she would have a good chance of being able to help us here.
She's not even phased.
Relax, there's no danger. You say that, but... What is this? What are you guys doing? Seriously, what are you thinking? How can you say that tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous? Idiot, if you hadn't been sleeping in, you'd already know what was going on.
Hey, come on.
Well, I guess I'll handle this. I'll explain what's going on, Makoto, because that's how much I like you. Byakuya found this little fella laying around, then we tore it apart. That doesn't explain anything.
What?
Just before we went to bed last night, I came to the gym to try to talk to Monokuma. I wanted to see if he had any new information about Kyoko's disappearance, and I found him here, just like normal. However, when I found him, he was no more than a regular toy. He didn't react, didn't say a word. You're saying he wasn't moving at all? I waited there until nighttime officially began, but still Monokuma laid there motionless. I gathered everyone up as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even then, he still didn't make a move. So I immediately initiated the disassembly process. It was Master's stroke of genius, a chance to find out what made Monokuma tick. One thing we discovered is that he's quite a sophisticated machine. It's leagues beyond any normal remote control toy. Who has enough free time to invest in something like that anyway? But besides that, what I'm wondering is, why did he stop moving all of a sudden? I thought maybe he'd malfunctioned, but we didn't find any cause as we were taking him apart. So if he didn't break down,
In other words,
then maybe something happened to his puppeteer, the mastermind. Something unexpected. I can't imagine any other possibility. Something unexpected? They were probably so scared of Master they ran away in terror. Or maybe they got sick or something? But Monokuma made his announcement this morning, right? What was that, if not the mastermind? Oh, I'm sure that's a recording, set to a timer and plays as necessary. That's true, he says the exact same thing every day, right?
Hey.
Hey guys, I don't think now's a good time for light conversation. I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb? That's super bad. We need to get rid of it. Roger that. And he just like hucks it against the wall and it explodes the entire gymnasium. It appears the bomb has a motion sensor. Any sudden movements, it's sure to go off. Motion sensor? They've been up all night playing with this thing, and he just now told them, like, hey, there's a motion sensor triggered bomb. What did you miss? Kyoko revealed that last time when she made me go to the data center, that was to distract Monokuma so she could sneak into the headmaster's office, the lock on which was broken by Sakura as her final sort of stand against Monokuma. So she snuck in there and stole 2 things, I think. 2 things are missing anyway. She only admitted to stealing a key, and now she's missing. She went missing like yesterday to go do something, I guess, with the key. We don't really know. Then I got sick and was kind of hazy, going in and out of consciousness in the middle of the night. Apparently the 16th student, or someone at least with a mask and a knife, tried to stab me. Then something happened. I went out of, it goes black, and then it comes back up, and Kyoko is standing there, and then it goes black, and I wake up, and she's gone, and now the Monokuma robot is broken here on the floor, and everyone's taking it apart, and it's got a bomb in it. You're a man, aren't you? I'm fine. I'm totally fine. You're so not fine. You're all No, I probably should have mentioned the motion sensor's off right now. Jeez, don't scare me like that. You're like the world's most spineless worm of the century.
Don't be mean.
The century's just getting started. Don't call the race already. Whatever, just hurry up and put the bomb down. Hang on to it's not going to do anyone any good. Oh yeah, good call.
Well?
Okay, it's down. Everything's all good. Hiro put the bomb down, but that wasn't my main concern at that point. My eyes were glued to Monokuma's remains. He just stopped moving all of a sudden. Was it really because something had happened to the mastermind that they weren't expecting? But what could it have been when I thought about it? I couldn't help but think back to the night before, being attacked by that masked figure.
Just a second.
Hey, Makoto? Huh?
Hey.
Don't us. Did you hear a thing we said? Huh? So that's a no. What are you, some kind of brain-dead farm animal? We're saying, since we're done dismantling Monokuma, what should we do now? And we've decided to continue our offensive assault.
It's all clear now.
To try and uncover the mastermind's true identity, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Really?
Naturally.
Since the mastermind appears to have stopped all activity, now's our chance, wouldn't you agree? But if the mastermind comes back while we're in there, if you're scared, you're welcome to stay here by yourself. Or go live in the chicken coop with all the other chickens. You could be chicken number 6.
Such ignorance.
Bam, got him. This is a battle, a fight to the death between us and the mastermind. We don't have time to deliberate.
But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else. She's come a long way. I don't want to have to kill people. I will if I have to. I will. But I don't want to.
Come on.
What are we gonna do? Are you gonna run away or are you gonna fight? You're right. I'll go with you.
It's all clear now.
Okay then, we're gonna break into the headmaster's room. Everything comes down to this moment. Anything can happen, so prepare yourselves. I'll follow you anywhere, master. Sakura, if you can hear me, lend me your strength.
How about that?
I can do this. I'm a man and I can do this. I've got the will of the entire universe on my side. We each found determination in our own ways, and when we were ready, we left the gym. Our target was the headmaster's room on the 4th floor of the school.
okay.
Sakura's going to be watching over us, so we're definitely going to find something to help us bring this to an end. Wow, they're really playing this one up. Naturally, Master's the one to show such bravery. Just make sure you don't get in his way. We finally reached the climax, so let's hurry up and finish it before the mastermind catches us all. Except it's not, because the game already told us a little bit ago that we were halfway through the game.
Let's go.
Unless it lied, I don't know, maybe it was just lying for some reason. This is where we exposed every last detail of the mastermind. Is everyone ready? Here's where we exposed that Kyoko already got in here and that Sakura already broke this lock. Except, it's locked, as expected. So what are you gonna do?
What?
That's worth considering, right? Did Kyoko repair it, lock it from the inside? We're gonna tear this door off its hinges. I mean, if you mean use a screwdriver to carefully take it off its hinges, I'd believe that. But the rules say we've seen that the mastermind isn't watching us. Those don't matter anymore. But like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we were in there,
So in other words,
then we'll just have to finish our business before that can happen.
Hey.
Okay, sure, but
what?
we've come this far. We can't back down now. We agreed this is what we have to do, so we have to do it. So beautiful.
I mean,
For serious? We don't have any choice. We're desperate. Let's do it. Let's rip this door down.
actually,
Okay, but how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy of our own. What about this one thing? The thing in the tool shed.
so then.
The pickaxe.
I see.
Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot
It's all
now.
clear now.
Okay, go and get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. That's straight up unreasonable. By myself?
Naturally.
Surely you like to have your me time once in a while, right? Well, if it's me and you time, Master, then you know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Take too long and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. Have I ever hung out with Hiro? No. That's maybe the least appealing person to hang out with. With that, Toko ran off, loud as a herd of rabid elephants. Of the people alive, I've hung out with actually everyone else but him.
Hey.
If you're serious, though, are we gonna just knock this door down? No problem is solved by running away. Find your stones and be a man. He's right. You can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. Maybe, but I'm still super stressed. I'm so tense I can hardly talk. I'm all flubbist. No, I'm totally flabbig, flapstiff. Fap sauce? Gross, where'd that come from? Wait, Genocide Jill, where'd you come from? Hello, it's the wondrous murdiferous. It's the wondiferous murdiferous fiend here to greet you with a razor-sharp smile.
Come on.
What about the pickaxe? Where is it? I was supposed to pick an axe? No, you seeping imbecile. The pickaxe. Seeping imbecile. Oh, Master, you wound me with your executive-level barbs. Here comes the bloody nose. Seriously, though, did you really forget the pickaxe? Omega-3 fatty acids, that's what you need. Great for the old memory factory. But I think we already established that their memory doesn't carry over when they switch. This is a level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate. Oh, the light bulb just went on. That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. Alright, we solved one mystery. That means there's just one more mystery left. Oh, what did she find when she was there? Now we just need to figure out the identity of Object X. Why did she say, have you reached that certain age? What?
So,
Now, what are you talking about? Did you already forget what we were talking about? You're like missing out on life. I'm not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden. That's not good. What did you find? Corpse.
You SOB!
Did you hear me? I said corpse. Corpse.
Yep.
That's right. I found a corpse in the garden. You found a corpse in the garden.
What did you say?
Well then, before we enter the headmaster's room, it appears we have something else to look into.
Come on.
We're going to the garden. Yeah, it's either Kyoko or the 16th student. Now we've saw the it shows us the picture of the 16th student with the body. Yeah, okay. But I don't know. Well, the red fingernails make me guess it can't be Kyoko under there. It'd be fucked up if it was Kyoko under there, though. I saw someone laying on the ground with a mask covering their face, and there was a knife buried in their stomach up to the hilt. What the? Are they really dead? For sure, but who is it? 100-mile dash. Pain of a junk food junkie. Deadly life. Just to make things clear. Last night, I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. I told you, there's a corpse hanging out here.
No way!
Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body?
What?
You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. What's going on? Who is that?
Yep.
Just throw it in the lost and found. Even a dead body can find its way home that way. This is the first time they have any idea about a 16th student, right? All of them should be thinking, oh, it's Kyoko, right? In Guacamelee, his double jump wasn't able to save him. Those games are pretty okay. They're fun to play with co-op. What's his body doing here? I mean, who is it?
Why?
Who is this? How did they wind up dead here? We can't move forward until we figure that out. Yeah, I guess they're under the impression that the headmaster / mastermind is also in the school. Monokuma said that. I don't know how much we can trust him, but he did say it. We need to find out who this actually is, but there's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. But I can't help but notice those fucking boots are Kyoko's boots, right? The announcement didn't go off when we discovered this body. That's also important. The victim is a total mystery, but one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. And why? How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least. Huh? How can you tell? Well, I think I see the outline of her chest and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be. Okay, then. Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't. But by the time he called out, it was already too late. Toko's hand shot out toward the mask, and in the next instant... Oh my god. There was a blinding light and a deafening roar. She is fucking skybound. Look at her. Oh my god. Airborne from the launch of this explosion. The body blew up. It blew up, 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 it blew up. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out, but then... Hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Sploosh. Why didn't they say splash? Why did they say sploosh? That was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. God damn. I guess that took care of it. But what the hell, man? It exploded?
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about the body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body... It's burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? This is a pretty nice twist. Who isn't here right now?
What?
If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? Then that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down, I didn't say it was Kyoko. But I mean, who else? There is one other person.
In other words,
The mastermind. Huh? The mastermind? Come on, there's no way the mastermind got charbroiled. Get serious. I agree, normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering, but I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right?
But
What a fucked up twist it would be if unceremoniously this was Kyoko and she's dead and you just didn't even know. And she fucking blew up and her corpse is just charcoal. You don't even get to see her or nothing. Like, oh man, that'd be brutal. I genuinely don't think it's going that way. But if it did, that'd be messed up. That corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? That same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out, and according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
what the heck?
Kyoko would have wanted me to investigate the mouth of her corpse. He said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which this corpse obviously isn't. And that could mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair, he said out loud? Finally revealing some of this stuff? Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak.
what?
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school. I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mukuro Ikusaba,
Here it is again.
the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind, I'm sure of that. Don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female, that would match the body's characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Want a emote of the face Makoto is making during that scene? Yeah. Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair. But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burnt to a crisp? None of this makes any sense. It just suddenly show up and die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait.
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? She got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Oh. She's like in between. She survived! Wow, she survived. What just happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you inhale. That's enough for me to live. This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. So glad she is awake. Even the explosion was done perfectly, though. I gotta hand it to whoever did it. Is it wrong to admire that kind of skill?
Could it be?
The mastermind just got master landmined.
How about that?
Pretty good, right? This one's going in the joke book of my soul. I had a bad feeling about that body. It's in the wrong place, but I never imagined it would explode. Regardless, I can't help but wonder who it was. Things are going more interesting by the minute. I saw something out of the corner of my eye, just for a second. It's a corpse, isn't it? Yeah, there's no blood though, so I guess it'll be okay. You guess? Which is it? Is it a dead body or not? It's a dead body. Hate this. I hate it. I'm not gonna look at it. I don't want to faint again. Yeah, we wouldn't want that either, so I think it's best if you don't look. Everyone is dying. Why? Why is this happening? Right now I have to focus on the body. Okay. You say so. I should take a close look at the body one more time.
So,
Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. What? Jesus. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. Okay, well, this thing. We got a tattoo on the hand. Got a USB key. No, or it's just a regular key, I guess. Is this what Kyoko took from Monokuma? No. I mean, Monokuma was missing 2 things. 6 stars? Dongle? There's a USB key. But what did you steal? I stole this. A key. That looks totally different. It was shaped like Monokuma. Probably the only key of its kind on Earth. They made a point of mentioning just how unique that key looked, so you couldn't possibly confuse it with this fucking cyber key. Then this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then. Kodo, I'm going to give you a very important task.
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other words,
Biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, the dorm rooms on the 2nd floor? It's in your hands. I'm your errand boy now? Okay, bye. I'm trying to remember the layout of this place. Cyberheekins were about to go in the mainframe, where Miss Kabuki Quantum Fighter 1 Tau Y conveyor jumping skills will come in handy. Let's give it a shot! When I went to insert the key I'd found in the garden into the keyhole, the key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't go to this room. I think it's probably the data center key. Headmaster's room was locked before. I went to insert the key. Key won't go in. Guess that means the key doesn't go in this door. Well, I'm right here, so I'll try it. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. I went to insert it. Click. And this is the key to the data center. I wanted to go make sure that it didn't fit in the dorms first, because I figured this would be the one where I'm gonna go inside now. No, I'm gonna not. I'm gonna immediately go back to the garden. See, and now I don't know if it goes to the 2nd floor dorm. It really probably doesn't, but I'd like to be sure. Anyway, I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. And we can get into the data center now.
See.
Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. It's also possible that the explosion shook this loose from someone else, somewhere else? Yeah, I think you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. So, when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Master told me he trusts you? Well, don't let it go to your head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just wants me dead. You're okay. I mean, he wants you dead too, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Makoto's on the job. Not that it's any kind of guarantee. I said I trust you. You now have an obligation to live up to that trust. I hit the wrong button. I trust you, and then I just zoom in on his crotch and just start wiggling back and forth. I'm totally sure there won't be another kaboom, for serious. But just to be safe, I'm gonna go stand somewhere else, around the corner. Beep, 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 beep. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Ooh, this is where we saw that scene. Sakura came in here. I wonder if she has a key. Maybe it was hers. Don't know. In a word, the room was strange. All the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread.
What?
Hiro extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Yeah, obviously. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is...
What?
It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
The sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is
It's all clear now.
the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here, watching us. Then I think this settles it. The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusabe, and she was the Mastermind. Then the Mastermind is dead? Like really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The Mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because I mean, that body... I guess if the game was like over, or paused or something like that, there wouldn't be an announcement for the body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that...
But
If the Mastermind really is dead... That means we can finally get out of this hellhole! We gotta hurry up and find the exit, come on. No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. But what about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh? The state of the corpse makes it as plain as day. There is absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered.
but
Why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such ignorance.
That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind.
I'm telling you,
Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind. Doesn't have an exclamation mark. And it didn't go ding ding, like, so we're not formally in the investigation leading up to a class trial at the moment. There's nothing showing up in this one. Hey look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
How about that?
It is, just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Someone say TV?
No?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me? Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
No?
You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? I can't believe this game made a quantum leap reference. Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. So you think you can fix the TV? Just a little longer. What, you really want to watch TV that bad? Another Saturday morning kid here.
What's your problem?
Hurry up and find something for Master. Whoops, that's the TV.
You know?
Why was the Mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the Mastermind. The word Mastermind is starting to lose all meaning. I've been saying it so much. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? The Mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network and Alter Ego. You may well be right about that, but there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. There's a really ridiculous number of monitors here, and the Mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. Saturday morning cartoons haven't been a thing for a decade and a half. I guess I wouldn't really know. I kind of stopped watching TV, so... As long as I have this... Look at Master go, it's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? We got the door, we got this camera. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. This is suspicious. This door is kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you use that key? Use the key that opened this room. Let's give it a try, just in case. I'm thinking the key that Kyoko had opens this door. Won't even fit in the keyhole.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Ina's right. The Mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You know?
Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Friggin' idiot Mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time? They really thought they could get away with it? Huh? This is... It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird, huh? Yeah, I when the first execution happened, Monokuma said something that made me think that we were on a TV show for some sickos. So I wonder if we're going that way. You're weird. Weird in every way possible, and not just weird, super weird. Well, this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna, so how is it showing the camera feed?
Well...
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Hero went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
What the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it, some weird setup. Cheese it! Get the fuck out of there! Oh no! A trick? What kind of trick? Well, I'm not sure, but... Huh? 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 Ah?
What?
Been a while, you friggin' bastards. Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead. Me dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
What?
You're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
Evolution's perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead, all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh.
Well now.
Hey, Notorious Adrian.
Shing.
It's almost time to cut off your past. So full of hope, and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. Yeah, this is the first game. Chapter 5. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game.
Huh?
You can't be serious. We have to keep going.
Let me out of here!
No, we were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Ooh, I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now.
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh?
But what does that mean?
What the heck?
It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
Unbelievable.
You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Kills,
The killing
kills,
game is being
kills.
broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. I called that one. What?
Extreme.
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. Doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they've never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment. You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they would have tried to come and rescue us.
actually.
Wouldn't have. What if they already did?
Yes, indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV and try to warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever.
Can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep. So how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh, there's the little business of... Oh no.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh? Class trial? Do you mean...
It's the Monokuma file! Heart-pounding excitement!
Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait!
Oh man. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth, hopelessly out of reach. And we were all left with... All we were left with was despair. And on this sad, hopeless note, I'm gonna have to call it. We're gonna get into the investigation. The investigation is gonna go into the trial. I like to do those two things together so that it's all fresh. I have a hard enough time with the trials as it is anyway. So, I don't got it in me to do the whole rest of the chapter, because I gotta eat some food and live my life or whatever. So it's time for all of you to go and live yours. Thanks so much for watching. It's been really great streaming and playing this game. I'm into it. I like it. I'll look and see if anyone else is up to anything here on Twitch. Nope, you're all just gonna have to go, like I said. Live your life. But thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again Wednesday. And I'll probably start around 4 p.m. because that's what my sleep schedule will dictate is the thing to happen. So, I'll see you then. Have a nice day.